Attention passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. The latest news reveals something big happening in the NFC East that could change the game, directly impacting the Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run. A power shift is brewing that could leave a division rival stumbling for years, and we're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more and show that you're part of this family. Let's help each other reach 8,000 subscribers by sharing with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Now let's get to the news. Folks, if you've been following the Cowboys this season, you know things haven't been exactly smooth sailing. In fact, it's been a challenging ride, especially on the defensive side. The Cowboys recently suffered their third loss of the season, a defeat that stings a lot, especially because it came against the Carolina Panthers. But what's really catching attention is not just the loss itself, but how the defense has been struggling to hold opponents. With a unit that right now ranks near the bottom of the league in many key stats, a tough pill to swallow for a team known for its proud defensive traditions. The reality is crystal clear. The Cowboys' defense needs urgent attention, and the clock is ticking. Looking at the big picture, the Dallas defense has now given up 30 or more points in 5 games this season. That's alarming, folks. Historically, the Cowboys have prided themselves on a tough, disciplined defense that can stand tall against any offense in the league, but this year, it just isn't happening. The struggles are real and they're hitting hard. If you're a fan, I know you're feeling that frustration because we all want to see our team dominate again, not just sneak through with narrow wins or suffer embarrassing losses. The question on everyone's mind is what's going wrong and, more importantly, what needs to be done to fix it. One of the biggest issues is the current defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus. There's been a lot of talk lately about his job security, and honestly, it's not hard to understand why. The Cowboys have never fired a defensive coordinator mid-season before, but this might be the year they make that bold move. After all, the defense's performance is a reflection of leadership, and if the results don't improve, changes are inevitable. The team has seen coaches like Mike Nolan and Mike Zimmer depart after just one season, and Eberflus could very well be next in line if things don't turn around quickly. While the team might hesitate to pull the trigger during the season, a move that could be seen as too drastic, off-season changes are already being discussed behind closed doors. The Cowboys are likely exploring options for a new defensive coordinator, and some names are already floating around as potential fits. Among those names, one stands out as a particularly intriguing candidate, a guy who has a history with Dallas, knows the team, and has demonstrated his ability to develop some of the league's best secondary players. We're talking about a coach whose work has helped elevate Trevon Diggs into one of the premier cornerbacks in the league and who also played a pivotal role in the rise of Darren Bland. This coach arrived in Dallas in 2020 as the secondary coach, and just a couple of years later, he had Diggs playing at an elite level, making plays all over the field. His coaching helped Diggs become a true lockdown corner. When the Cowboys drafted Bland in 2022, he was considered a bit of an unknown. But by 2023, Bland was setting NFL records, including the most pick sixes in a season, an incredible feat that shows the kind of coaching and development he brought to the table. Right now, both Diggs and Bland are struggling to adapt to Eberflus's zone scheme, which emphasizes more zone coverage and less man-to-man, and that's where this coach's expertise could come into play as a man-to-man specialist. Bringing him back to Dallas could be exactly what the secondary needs to get back on track. Fans who have followed him know he's well-liked in the locker room, and many players still remember the good times they had under his guidance. Rehiring this coach could be a game-changer for the secondary, especially at a time when the Cowboys desperately need their best players performing at their peak. Without Micah Parsons helping to take pressure off the secondary, they've been getting exposed more often, and that's something any fan can see. A return of this coach could help turn things around in that aspect, bringing back the swagger and confidence that made the secondary so formidable in previous years. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about the linebacker position. The Cowboys have traditionally been proud of their linebacker core, but this season they've faced some challenges. One name fans might be familiar with, though perhaps not as much as they should be, is a guy who was a starting linebacker during the 1990s and played a crucial role in Dallas. winning its first 2 Super Bowls, a legendary figure in Cowboys history whose name has come up as a potential coaching candidate to help revitalize the linebacker group. Since retiring in 2000, he's been coaching at various levels, including stints at USC, UCLA, and in the NFL with the Seahawks and Raiders. His most recent role was with Washington as their linebackers coach, where he's known for developing top talents like Khalil Mack when he was with the Raiders. His experience as a former player, combined with his extensive coaching background, makes him a prime candidate if the Cowboys are serious about improving their linebacker core. The linebackers in Dallas this season have been inconsistent, and the defense as a whole has struggled to generate the kind of pressure and coverage that once made them dominant. Bringing in someone with his background, who's been part of Super Bowl-winning teams and has a proven track record of developing young talent, could be just what the Cowboys need to turn things around. His familiarity with the game at a high level, understanding of what it takes to compete in the NFL, and ability to mentor players like DeMarvion Overshown and Marist Liufau could boost the middle linebacker performance, and the fan base would definitely get excited about such a hire, especially if it signals a renewed focus on building a tougher, more disciplined defense. Speaking of coaching, the Cowboys might also consider adding a fresh voice to their defensive line coaching staff. One name making waves across the league since 2013 is a coach who climbed the coaching ladder, starting as an assistant in Jacksonville and later contributing to the Bills' success in 2017 when they made the playoffs for the first time since 1999. In 2019, he was an assistant defensive line coach, then moved to San Francisco for a year before landing in New York with the Jets. Last year, he made an impact as the defensive line coach there, helping Quinnen Williams reach All-Pro status and earn his first Pro Bowl nod. His track record shows he's a coach who can develop frontline talent, which is exactly what Dallas needs right now. With Parsons playing a hybrid role and the team looking for more consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks, bringing in someone with this kind of experience could be a strategic move. The defensive line in Dallas has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been elusive. Developing players like Williams and helping them reach their full potential is a crucial part of turning the defense around. This coach's ability to mentor upfront talent and create a disruptive pass rush could be the missing piece for Dallas. While he hasn't been part of many winning teams with a high-profile record, his individual coaching success speaks volumes, and his familiarity with the league's top offensive lines makes him an ideal candidate to help boost the Cowboys' front seven. Now let's bring all these pieces together. The Cowboys are at a crossroads. Their defense, once a hallmark of their success, is currently underperforming, and changes are inevitable if they want to stay competitive and chase another Super Bowl. Whether it's retooling the coaching staff, bringing in experienced specialists, or focusing on player development, the team has options. The upcoming offseason will be critical, but fans should be aware that some of these moves might be accelerated if the season's results continue to be disappointing. The Cowboys have a talented roster, no doubt about it. But talent alone isn't enough. It's about coaching, scheme adjustments, and player development, all areas that could see significant changes in the near future. The broader NFC East landscape is shaping up to be more competitive than ever this year. The Eagles, Giants, and Commanders are all fighting hard, and the Cowboys need to step up to maintain their dominance or risk falling behind. The division is ripe for a power shift, and the team that makes the right adjustments now could set the tone for years to come. Coaching changes, strategic acquisitions, and a focus on developing young players are the ingredients for a team looking to reclaim its throne. It's a pivotal moment for Dallas, and the decisions they make now could define their future. So, fans, what do you think? Are these coaching moves the right direction? Do you believe bringing in new leadership or reuniting with familiar faces will turn this season around? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion is important and helps keep this community engaged and informed. Remember, the season isn't over yet, and there's still plenty of football to be played. The Cowboys have the talent, they have the history, and with the right adjustments, they can get back to winning ways. See you in the next video.